Carrie Beck with How to Homeschool My Child, and I'm here to tell you about a new product that I have just discovered. If you have boys that hate writing, this is for you. I can guarantee it. You may be going, well, who are you and why should I listen to you? You know, I homeschooled my kids for 10 years. One of those was a boy who didn't like to write, and he loved science. And anytime I could tie writing in with science, he was hooked. In fact, when he was 7 and 8 years old, he wrote a whole book about the jungle. It was called our ABC Jungle Book, and he used the concepts that are taught in this product. We're talking about IEW, and they're 9 units of teaching writing to kids. Now, one thing I like about rockets, radars, and robotics is this. Danielle Olander and Nathaniel wrote it together. You see, Danielle's the mom and Nathaniel is the son. And he's the one who actually encouraged her to do this. The lessons were written around him. Nathaniel is her oldest son. And so he has helped her. I believe he's 12 years old at the time of this writing. So let me just tell you a little bit about this particular product, and you can see if it is right for you. There are actually 30 lessons. What does that mean? 1 whole year worth of writing lessons. The other thing is anyone who gets this particular resource has access to what we call a student resource notebook. And that is an online resource that you can print out one for each of your students. And so that's another cool thing. But let's just take a look at one of their lessons. We're going to have a lesson here. We have our goals, and then we have the actual lesson. It's going to talk about fables. Believe it or not, in robots and rockets, you can come up with a fable. They give us our source text, they give us our outline, and then they give us our checklist. For every single one of these, you're going to get goals, you're going to have the lesson, and the assignment. Let me just show you another one, just so you know. And this is the one, this is the one that really caught me off guard. This is a lesson on smartphones. Wouldn't your kids like to write about a smartphone? They probably spend enough time on a smartphone. So again, you have your lesson, and then you have your stylistic technique here. That's further parts of your lesson. We have our banned words that they can no longer use in their writing. We have our assignment. We have our resource, our source text. And then finally, what does every lesson include? It includes a checklist. Remember in IEW, that's how you tell if a student is finished with their work. And if they've done this, then they get an A, or it's an incomplete. If it's something you don't like, you teach it in the next lesson. I love this because there's a lot of really cool topics that you can cover that I think boys would love. Boys would rather be out building forts, but this might encourage them to write more. They're going to cover topics like solar power, radar, rocketry. Have your kids ever made a rocket? They might enjoy writing about it. Robotics, lasers, cell phones, smartphones, and virtual keyboards. And in the end, they are going to write a research paper. So I highly recommend Rockets, Radars, and Robotics. It's a very simple resource to teach your kids. It'll last a year. And if you have many boys, every time they get to about, I'd say, 5th grade, this would be a good resource to use to teach their writing that particular year. Tie it in with a whole year's worth of science lessons. I'm Carrie Beck with How to Homeschool My Child. If you have any questions, give me a call or email me. If you're interested in this resource, just scroll on down to the bottom or go to howtohomeschoolmychild.com. Thanks so much and have a great day.